I'm gonna let Momo out.
As is typical for our welcome to A-1 vacuum and sewing's start, Jeannie has walked away to let the dogs out.
Well,
I'm like, we're starting the live stream and Jeannie walks away.
well, I was hoping they wanted to go out so they would
Well, you need to
not do
go
this.
shut the gate.
I did. I already shut it.
So you also need to get in the center of your camera because I can't even see your head.
I literally, it's just like the, so not fancy. It's just leaning on a blanket. Like it's, so it's not straight.
Well, but you also need to
There.
move it like what you realize we're like looking straight up your nose.
Right. I can see myself. It's not straight up my
I'm
nose.
kidding. So, so what do we have to talk about? So you've got a couple stickers on the computer here, and one says
Oh,
Dime Event.
yeah. The Dime event is going to be coming up. It's on April 15th. And they need to go online and register for that. So when you sign up from us, that doesn't really do anything. It puts you, we send you an invitation and we'll send you a reminder. But there's a link that you go to sign up for the event. And I've seen Michelle excited about some stuff, but I've never seen her as excited about this Dime event. So I'm excited about it because she's excited about it. And it's, I think it's, is it Reem, the gal from Embroidery Garden? And I think it's something that Reem has put together. Is that right, Michelle? And software to make in the hoop projects, like your own personalized. And I think what's really nice is they've broken it down, and this is focused on that and made to be really easy, because I think that's what we really need. So they'll be demoing that product.
Gotcha.
I hope I explained it right.
I like if not, it'll be a grand surprise.
Yes.
So, and then there's another sticker here that says Crabapple Hill is closing.
Oh, I'm so glad we put this sticker on there because I would have forgotten. So, Vile Toadstools is definitely going to happen. It'll probably happen this summer because I ordered the fabric. So there'll be a kit. I think last year I kind of struggled because I was like, what are we going to use? And I never found anything I loved. And I found something fantastic from Moda this year. And I went on to Crabapple to see if we could do patterns through them. And they are retiring. And I don't know if that means that Crabapple is totally going to be gone and the patterns are going to be gone.
I mean, that's what happened. I forget the other designer that retired, but like she retired.
The one
like,
that did the shorter, tall tree.
Yeah, yeah.
And they closed during the pandemic and no longer. I love Crabapple, so it makes me sad because I would hope that they could, I don't know, sell it. Like their designs are fantastic, but right now with the only thing they have right now are PDF downloads, but they're 75% off. So, and I went on, I mean, that's less than what I pay wholesale. And I went on and bought, I don't know, 5 different patterns. They did not have Vile Toadstools anymore, but I think we have probably at least a dozen copies at the store. I'm hoping. So we'll figure out how we're going to do that. I'll look and see if I can find those designs someplace else. But I did want to mention that to you because also for the reason, which I have to do it, if you have stuff that you purchase from them and you need to download, like I don't know if they're going to stay open and still be hosting.
Marlene says they're closing. So
okay, so you've got to go there and download all your
Crabapple Hill. Margaret.
Crabapple Hill. So I'm making a note to myself right now that I need to go and download all my PDFs because they're going to be gone. So if you've purchased stuff from Crabapple Hill, or if you want to find some amazing deals right now, go to their site. They do hand embroidery. So I think actually they did have some. Did they ever do any machine embroidery? I don't know. But what we are going to do when we do Vile Toadstools is we are going to be working in Design Center. So we're going to bring in an image, turn it into an embroidery design, and then stitch it. So it'll be a great class if you are unfamiliar with Design Center and scared to use it and thinking, what do I even do with Design Center? That's one of the things you can do, and it's so easy. Take a picture, send it.
So you need a machine with Design Center.
You do need a machine with Design Center, which also means IQ designer. Yes, Design Center.
And I've got a very gently used but high mileage Destiny in the store, and you could do it on a Destiny too. I'll be selling that for like $2,500. Crazy low.
What about, don't you have some Solarises?
I have 2 Solarises. One with about 15 million stitches, one with about 5. That's a Solaris 2. And those are going to be really well priced. Like I'm just getting those listed. Just sold that Stellaire. I had an XJ.
Yeah, I think that's like, get a Solaris. Like there's nothing wrong with we're a brother dealer. So that's what we sell, but your Solaris is a brother machine. And I know we always talk to you about the whole brother
connective universe,
which is pretty fantastic. But if you feel like that's not something that you're going to be using and you just want to embroider and stitch, and you can still use your Solaris with a scan and cut just via a USB. So, I had my Luminaire and I always went USB to everything because I had an older scan and cut.
She lived in an analog world. She was an analog person living in a digital world.
I'm the type of person that just wants to turn on my lights with a light switch. But Google doesn't. Do I have an accent? Because Google doesn't understand my heavy Korean accent. Because I can say the same thing, Patrick. I say, okay, Google, turn on master bedroom light. And then it just tells me it doesn't understand me. And then Patrick says it.
My phone just said it didn't understand you.
and my light is on my nightstand. I want to just turn it on.
You turned it. You did great last night. It listened to you last night.
I want to I have a light switch. If I could just turn the light. Sometimes
you do have a light switch. You do have a light switch. I just sit
there and I like pound it like in anger because Google won't listen to me. I hate Google.
So let's talk really quickly just about the, yesterday I promised you guys a video on the cabinets. We started making that video, but we really want to kind of show the integration of Genie's storage cabinets. And in order to do that, we need to take care of a grand mess. Am I allowed to say that? So we're going to film that over the Kim Johnson said that her Google didn't understand you either. The what's so funny is I can't remember. I was on a group call with the guys that I went to college with, and at the end of the call, one of the guys told Google to do something as a joke for everybody, for everybody that was in a Google connected house. And I was like, oh, that's actually so funny. So
what did tell us what he told it to do?
I can't remember if he told it to turn lights off or if he told it to turn the AC on or something, but it was funny. It was right at the end of the call as we were all signing off. So we will be working on that, but I want to give kind of an example of the deals that we're going to have. I mean, for our folks that have watched and you know have watched us for a long time, you guys have always heard us talk about the thread tower. The thread tower in either variant, like the 7 drawer or the 8 drawer, the difference being the 7 drawer cabinet is high enough to handle like long arm quilt cones. But that cabinet was brought to us, like we didn't even want it. Pat dropped it off at a quilt show and I was like, I don't even know if I want it. And he was like, here, just have it so you can display it at the quilt show and I'll pick it up on the way back. We ended up selling like 8 of them. And then we ran, like everybody who bought one and got one literally would show up in the store and go, oh my God, it changed my life. Like everything is in this.
That's the big joke.
Well, but that's literally what everybody said. Like I remember when I think Gail Cram was one of those folks. She's on the live stream that was like, oh my God, like everything that didn't have a home in my sewing room now has a home. And we ended up selling, we've probably sold 40 or 50 of them since that time. But the thread tower, and listen, like everything else, stuff has gotten a little bit more expensive. Shipping has gotten more expensive. So the thread tower, if you were to buy it at MSRP, they've gone up from, you know, $32.99, which was like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. Then they were at $34.99. They're now at $3,700 is the MSRP on those thread cabinets. If you factor in the $500 that you pay for shipping, I mean, at MSRP, they're $4,200. I'm selling them delivered to you at $3,056. So, I mean, well over $1,000 off, and that's delivered. And so, like the 24-inch thread cabinets, which have gone up to $2,460, basically $2,500, $2,900 ship. Like if you factor in the shipping cost to freight something like that, like I can deliver those for $2,167. The 33-inch cabinets, which at this point delivered would be over $4,000, I can deliver them for $3,190. So
I should get rid of my 24-inch because I have 24-inch and replace them with 2 thread towers.
Yeah, you don't have the room though, because you can hide and integrate those 2 thread cabinets into your cabinet.
Yeah, but I don't do that. They sit right here.
No. So the deals are going to be phenomenal. The video will go up sometime this weekend, but we really just wanted to talk about the deal. Like it is a deal, and it is a deal until the end of April. And it's a deal where Pat, like we had this conversation, and like Pat, like it's a reluctant deal, right? So he's like, there's got to be a time limit. And I'm like, do it for the month of April. There's all this news right now, financial uncertainty, stuff like that. Like give us a deal where we can promote something that will help people in their sewing rooms and you know, and it's going to be a great price. And the reality is for most dealers, they get these wholesale deals and then they just make more money. I take those wholesale deals and they go straight to you guys. And what I was trying to do is we just need to cover the shipping. And that's just not something that we've been able to do.
Well, so, I think it's important that people know that the deal that we give them is better than the deal often that Pat's going to give them.
No, it's like they buy MSRP from Pat.
Yeah, so they've gone directly to Pat and you're paying more. So make sure if you want the deal that you come through and do it through us.
Yeah, Pat thinks we're crazy, but you know, we've always basically functioned at razor thin margins and just sold a lot of stuff. So give us a shout if that is what you would like to discuss, because any storage cabinet. So Sandra says your voice is perfect. Pam asks, can you enter glide thread colors into a dream machine? I don't know. I'm glad the glide colors aren't part of their
that's
thread
something
chart.
that brother needs to put into the machines, and for whatever reason they haven't done glide yet, which they should, because I feel like that's one of the threads that people use the most. So that'll be something that hopefully maybe they add in with an update, or I don't know why they haven't. Patrick, you know the powers that be. You should
I could mention it.
Yeah.
Marlene is saying, no joke, that that the thread tower really did change her life. Yes, there's a sew along today. What time is your sew along, and what are you doing, Jeannie?
Okay, sew along today starts at 10:30. I'm working on Hello Sunshine. Shout out to Cindy West. This is for you. And well, it's not for you, it's for me too. It's for me and Cindy. And if you're not going to be working on Hello Sunshine, I always tell people, join us anyways. You can just use it for a sit and sew, and you can work on just whatever else you have. It's really, really for me, because I will not get stuff done unless I schedule a time with you guys. Otherwise, sometimes I sit on the couch and then I just don't move, because in my prior life, I was a rock. But I, for the first time, am going to be using stationary cameras.
What you're saying is you are a mossy rock.
Why would I be a mossy rock?
Because a moving stone gathers no moss.
Oh, but I move. I'm a rock,
But you don't move, right? Like what you're saying is that you don't like to move, so you grow fuzz.
I don't like to move. I like this, and I like this, and I like this. And then that's what I like. But sometimes I need to be prodded. But anyhow, so I am doing that. This is going to be my first time with stationary cameras and a switcher system. So I'm hoping. We're so fancy.
This is where we take the time to remind you, this is a free sew along.
Yeah, and you get what you
pay for. You get what you pay for.
So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. And
well, then this is all part of the learning process. Like, I would actually go as far as saying that, like, I feel like we are a store in transition, right? Like, we're trying to kind of clean things up and change some systems and, like, make our lives easier after doing it the hard way for a couple of years. But there's, like, with any change, there's pain, right? So this is where we go, give Jeannie some grace and some patience today as she learns more effectively how to operate her new system, which I think is going to be, like, amazing.
Yes,
and I think it's really cool.
At the store too. And then did we mention that tomorrow's Wallflower and I changed the time?
You said something earlier, but hit that again.
So tomorrow we're going to be stitching out Wallflower, and oh, hang on, let me grab the little. Where are they?
So while she's grabbing a sample, Tina had asked, are there going to be any more pink Life is Short Janine Babbitt kits?
I am so glad you mentioned that. So we are, there are a handful more kits that I'm going to work on that when I get to the store this afternoon. I'm going to make sure everyone that ordered, I fulfill their orders first, and then I will put some other ones up, or you can shoot me an email, because I do have a couple that I'm saving for some people. I did go on to, I was on looking at some more fabric, but they are sold out of both of those fabrics. I do have like an orange, orange colorway. I don't know if you can grab it, Patrick. I think it was where Lindsay was sitting. There's like a bolt and it's like kind of orangish.
Like
but there's another, I have another bolt
bolt
of fabric from that line.
We'll show
so
it tomorrow.
I probably will kit that out. And then,
it's not this,
yeah,
is it?
But no,
okay.
That's the pink. That's the pink. There was one on the chair where Lindsay was sitting. What?
She doesn't see it. We'll find it tomorrow.
I don't like that. I want it now.
Like it.
So, but I will make sure, I'll make sure that we have something else because I'll order something else.
Is it this one?
Yes. Isn't that one gorgeous too?
I can barely tell the difference.
How can you not tell the difference?
Well,
so I'm going to be able to make a couple more pink, and then we're going to go through and do that yellow orange, which is so cute too. Can you believe he barely I don't know. Okay.
I focus on more important things.
You're going to make a lot of people very angry,
I'm making
including your wife.
Well, that's what my special talent is.
Guess what? My Cup of Joe is so delicious today.
Jeannie gave up
grateful.
on coffee. And
I'm grateful.
And that was organic coffee that we bought in Sedona, Arizona, that has lion's mane and reishi mushrooms in it, and I love mushrooms, so it's called a cup of think. So maybe that's why you're so firing on all cylinders today.
I am not firing on all cylinders. I'm tired because Poppy had to go number 2 at what, 3:30 in the morning?
3:45.
Oh my God. How do we schedule her better? Okay, so here is, these have been my favorite because are they just so cute? It's the dimensional wings. And the dimensional wings aren't just dimensional, but they're iridescent. Do you see that because of the mylar?
Oh my God, look at them sparkle.
What else do you want to say about it, Patrick?
Oh, he's got such a cute little butt. Look at his antennas.
He's going to fly away. Look at him. So cute. So this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And we're going to start off with the wings because they need to dry because you're going to be using some dissolve away.
And then one last time, what time? You change the time tomorrow. So what time?
10 a.m.
Okay.
It was supposed to be 10:30. It'll be 10 a.m. And I sent an email out to the whole group. I did have somebody reach out to me yesterday that said that they're not getting the emails. It's a group email, and sometimes your servers screen it out. Just reach out to me so I can get you the Zoom link. Do not reach out to me tomorrow while we're Zooming. Reach out to us today. Today is the day to reach out, not tomorrow morning when we start.
So there are a couple of people just commenting on the Kits for Life is short. And so is that, do you have both orange and pink up on the website?
Orange is not up. So we will work on kitting orange and we'll have that ready to ship next week. And remember I told you the designs weren't going to be in until April 11th. I just looked and they were in stock. So I'll have those I'll have those next week and those will send out. So instead of it being 11th and me getting it and then sending it to you. So I think mid-April we'll have the designs and we'll be ready to send out. But I will kit the orange because it's so cute too.
Hey, Alice, if you've already ordered the pink, just drop us an email saying that you would prefer the orange and we'll send you the orange. So if anybody wants to make that change, just drop an email. And we'll do our best to switch it.
The orange is going to be super, super cute too. Somebody came into the store and wanted yardage, and I was like, no. Sometimes we have stuff that we say no to. because
So
it's going to be for a kid.
so Jeannie is at home today. So keep in mind, Jeannie's not going to be available. What time are you coming into the store today? And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
around
As soon
1?
as I'm done, I will come into the store.
And so just keep that in mind that Jeannie won't be available. She will be on her live stream. And so Karen Luciani says, "How do I find these on your website? I only see 2 classes." The easiest thing to do is look at the calendar. Isn't that what we discussed yesterday?
You know what? I don't think we put up Hello Sunshine as a sew along, but we're gonna just show up live. It's gonna be on YouTube.
So it'll be just like this live stream right now, Karen. And then so Natalie Marlette is saying that she's new here and she's loving the videos. So welcome, Natalie. And
I am so sorry because I was watching Hello Sunshine Bicycle and like my fabric got wrapped under, the dogs are barking. And so please just remember, it is a free video. And
it's a free solo.
We are not,
you're spending time with Jeannie in her sewing room and all her real messy life. So
yeah, it's real messy.
So anything else we should talk about? Great time to get your machine serviced. It is we remain within a week. It's been real steady in service, but like it's been funny because normally after the holidays there's this big lull in service. And then I always joke that tax time is our slowest time of the year. Like everybody kind of focuses on their taxes. But service starts getting really busy around tax time because that's when people kind of reemerge after, we get buried over the holidays. And people take a break from sewing. Like this year was like kind of steady through the holidays. And then like in January, it went crazy for 2.5 months. So great time to get your machine serviced. I have had a bunch of emails about tariffs, like people going, what's happening? And quite frankly, I don't know. I did get up this morning and spent a little bit of time as people have been deciphering the tariffs that were launched yesterday. And one of the concerning things to me, because many years ago, most sewing manufacturers divested from China. So the SVP product is coming out of mainland China primarily, but most of the other product comes out of Taiwan or Southeast Asia. And kind of at the top of the list for tariffs was Vietnam, which is where a lot of our brother stuff comes from. I don't know how that'll affect us yet, and I don't know what that actually will mean for pricing. So far, I haven't seen a whole lot, but this is all just happening. So, we'll talk about it more. If you've been holding off and waiting to buy something, I'd kind of go buy it now before the tariffs bite. And so, it's just, I hope that is an answer that folks understand. Like the reality is we don't know yet how this is going to affect us, but I would tell you with some certainty I probably think it will. How's that for decisiveness? I probably think it most definitely will. 80% of the time it'll affect us 100% of the time. So yeah, that's the answer so far, is we just don't know. So anything else you would like to add before we head onward and upward and get to work here, Miss Jean?
I had something important to say, but I can't remember what it was. So I'll save it. What were we going to talk about? Tomorrow's going to be Karen Bull's Sew Along. So she is doing holiday rope bowls. That's just going to be a live feed. So you really don't have to sign up. But if you want to sign up, we'll send you a supply list and stuff like that. And then I will be doing Wallflower tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And what is happening next week? Next week is, because we should go through the calendar just a little bit. Next week I have the Serger class. We're going to be doing the hopping down the bunny trail on the Serger. It is National Serger Month. And Quilt Talk. Quilt Talk is happening on the 8th. And then that's going to be Tuesday morning with Michelle Burritt and Gail Cram, and 2 local quilters extraordinaire. And then Thursday is going to be the Quilting with Your Fills on the Luminaire and Solaris, as well as the Luminaire and Solaris, Quilting with Your Fills, Luminaire, Solaris, Avenir, and Radiance, those 4 machines. And then on Friday is going to be a user class for Luminaire and Solaris. It's going to be the embroidery class. So I had somebody call me yesterday that was telling me how they have a Luminaire, but they don't know how to use it. These are going to be like the starter classes that we offer to people that buy their machines from us. But if you didn't get your machine from us, you can pay for the class and you know, because some people don't have a lot of support. When people bought machines from our store back in the day, I don't think there was, you know, I started teaching classes for Peter back in the day, and I was bad.
I mean, really, like, the reality is, like, our curriculum, we bought the store in 2015 and the curriculum changed. Like, one of the first things we did was I was the bad guy. I was like, yeah, we can't do unlimited classes. We need to establish a curriculum. So it took like 6 or 8 months, but I'd say our curriculum is as good, if not better, than anything else offered out there. And like, I just had a conversation with a customer yesterday that started with her basically being like, I bought my machine, I had no support. Like, I don't use any of this stuff. And so I think that's very common. And it's funny because we consistently hear that our stitch counts, like when we're dealing with service, everybody was always like, yeah, your stitch counts are really, really high. So you ladies are super users. But I think that's,
because I have a lot of sew-alongs coming up.
Yeah. So Michelle asked, do we have scan and cut cutting mats and replacement blades available? Most of them. Like, we are going to make an order. We are going to make an order in the next, like, handful of days. Alice is saying, I think the Life is Short kit is sold out. Are you just going to add more later?
Yeah, I'm going to figure out my numbers because I'll have some more turquoise and some more pink, and I'll have a lot of the orange colorway. So we'll put that up.
So it'll go up once we figure out kind of our
I'm going to
numbers.
just put a note that I'm going to hold one for you. So you don't have to worry about it. I will have one for you for sure.
And then, yeah, Betty says we have a 10-year anniversary coming up this year. Yeah, in June was when we purchased the store. So it'll be 10 years in June. I've aged 20 years in the last 10 years.
Oh my God.
I look back at when we bought the store, I had black hair. I had hair. Jeez.
That's from dealing with all the sewing crises.
I had a rep at the time we were buying the store, and he was talking to us about our prior life, which I had been consulting for a number of years, and we had a lot of time off, and we'd been very fortunate in that industry too. But we weren't working that hard. I was going to have to start working really, really hard because I saw that phase of my business coming to an end, which is why we were looking at new businesses. But he literally looked at me and he was like, "Why are you doing this?" It sounds like you have it pretty good. Why are you doing this? So
sometimes I ask that too.
So, anyways, onward and upward. We're going to get to work. We will see you ladies tomorrow. Keep in mind, at some point, maybe this weekend, we'll send an email to our folks that are down in the greater Las Vegas area. We're trying to figure out if Sunday afternoon, like a brunch or afternoon thing on Sunday, which is Easter, would be better, or, you know, maybe cocktails, like a cocktail meet and greet on Thursday would be better if we're gonna meet our folks down in Las Vegas. So
somebody asked why we were meeting at a hookah lounge.
Somebody asked why to meet at a hookah lounge.
Yeah,
It's actually Payments has a hookah lounge, but it's a fantastic Middle Eastern restaurant. They have a nice little bar, so it'd be easy to get a bunch of hors d'oeuvres and have a drink and meet people.
Yes.
So let's see. Unable to put in cart, also pink. Yeah, so there'll be more added to the site later. So just keep an open eye, and we will post them later.
I'm gonna have to like cut the kits and take pictures. That's not gonna happen till over the weekend because I don't want you to sit there and be like, "Is it up? Is it up? Is it up?" So I don't want you to stress out about that. You can also send me an email. I had a couple of people just email me right now, Roxanne, and I saved one for Alice too. So you can do that as well.
All right. So yeah, Vegas peeps, if you want to drop us an email as to what works better, that's fine, but we'll probably send out an email. And if there's just not enough interest, we probably won't do it. We'll just go about enjoying our vacation, but we'd love to see some faces.
One person would be enough. Because we need to eat anyways, right?
This is just Jeannie wanting to go to Payments.
Oh my God, if you've never been, it's fantastic.
She's like, I need those French fries.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get going. I'm going to log on at probably about 10:20 just to make sure my system is working. And then
Karen's asking which kit. This is for the Life is Short kits, which aren't up on the website. So, all right. So we will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. And you'll see Jeannie in 20 minutes? You should do a dry run, Jeannie.
In 10 minutes.
Okay.
I did a dry run this morning.
Oh, perfect.
All by myself.
Even with the live stream, with getting set up?
Yep. Perfect. I did everything.
All right.